Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Happy to Slay and welcome to the Rise and Slay Morning Show. My name is Rochelle Slay Queen Hemingway, CEO and founder of Slay to Success. I advise and empower women professionals, especially women veterans, to step into their most authentic personal brand to gain and attract lucrative opportunities. And we do that in 4 different areas. We look at appearance, behaviors, communication skills, and our digital presence. Again, ABCDs, we do it from a holistic approach. And we start with Slay, okay? Slay is a mindset, it's a lifestyle. It means to kill it, to dominate it, and to nail it, to be on point, to impress greatly, to dream big and work hard until you own it. It is also an acronym that stands for Universal Life and Leadership Philosophies that really resonate with me the most. And I know it'll probably resonate with y'all too, because you're here in this space. And it stands for Stay Ready to Be Ready, Lead Out Loud, a sense of community, and you are built to last. So if you are here with us this morning, please let me know that you are here. Okay, Queens. Queens are in the building this morning. I've got Leslie George. Hey, Madame. Thank you so much for being here this morning with us on the live show. Chevy, good morning, Queen. What's happening? What's going on? Absolutely love that you are here as well. And Sharice, good morning, y'all. Okay, because listen, I could sit here and be here by myself, but it's always so much better when I have other queens that want to listen into the conversation and to add value. So as I am sharing, if there are some things that you want to share about the topic of this morning, which is dressing boldly to accelerate success, that's what we're going to talk about this morning, okay? Because hey, Chanela, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning to you too, Queen. Happy to Slay. And I got another LinkedIn user. Hey, LinkedIn user, we can work on this photo here so I know who it is and your name, so that way I can give you a shout out for your name as well. But good morning to you too. And thank you so much for being here with us this morning. Y'all, I know this topic may be a little bit personal, if you will, but I'm just going to share a little bit about my perspective when it comes to dressing boldly to accelerate success. When I started out, okay, and y'all, I'm a professional keynote speaker, a personal brand expert, certified image consultant. I've written several books, and most importantly, I'm a proud United States Air Force veteran, and I served for 30 years. Huh? So when I transitioned out of the military, I had a significant emotional event with my closet. Okay, because for many, 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 many years, day in and day out, I was wearing a military uniform. And that was camouflage, sometimes blue, sometimes white, with boots and chloroforms. Y'all, if those that have been in the military, we had them black patent leather shoes that we had to wear. And that was our wardrobe. I mean, sometimes, okay, again, going to the clubs or going to events after work, or, going to networking events as I got and matured into the military, I was having so much difficulty figuring out what my brand was, what my personal style was. I was in my closet when we moved here, and I was opening up boxes of all the clothes and I was hanging them up. And I said, oh my goodness, what is all these khakis and brown pants and camouflage? I am not wanting to do that anymore. I'm trying to phrase it in such a ways where I really had to have a reality check. If I decide to wear these types of colors, I will have the same type of energy that I was in when I was in the military. And that was very masculine. Okay. I was in a male dominated world for a very long time. And so I was always up for a challenge. Okay. Always up for a challenge. And that brings a certain level of energy. And I said, I don't want this next chapter to be that. What can I do to show up differently? How can I feel more lighthearted, more energized? And so I started out with the color pink. Okay. Now, this has evolved over the past few years. And if you have been following me, and thank you so much that you have seen this progression. It's a slow step up. I'm like, okay, when I go into the malls, into the stores, what is actually really calling me? Not just to be putting on clothes, just to be putting on clothes. So I'm going to share some strategies and a little bit of secrets about this wardrobe and why I specifically and intentionally chose pink. So she says, Shanila says, a purge of our style needs to happen as we elevate. Absolutely. Because as we evolve and as we grow and we're in certain environments, so I am in the speaking environment. When speakers are on stages, those stages that I've seen here, they are wearing elevated clothing. Why? Because they are the focal point of the program. And when I go to events, I'm always looking and asking, why would somebody want to hide themselves when they are the entertainment? Keynote speaking, panel speaking is entertainment because we're focusing on you. Do you want them to hear the words that are saying out of your mouth? Yes, you do. But what can you do to do this? It's a subliminal psychological effect when you're branding yourself. So I branded myself, y'all. Okay. Now it started out with this book. Hey, Latricia, how you doing, Queen? I see you just popped up in here. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I hope that you are having a slaytastic day, Queen. Okay. Um, and this conversation is for us. So as we were talking through this, if you got some extra words of encouragement and some advice or whatnot, because I know you are in the space as well. So I decided, okay, this picture right here is a picture that I took when I was at Ellsworth Air Force Base. And I went to JCPenney's, okay, and I was like deciding on which picture was going to be the cover of my book. And I decided on this. So this was the initial start to what I am building right now. It's all about perception. Okay. I started the business and I wanted to know how could I attract more opportunities in alignment with what I was trying to do. And the thing that I decided was, okay, you like the color pink? It stands and represents a whole lot. It's like courage, empathy, lightheartedness, love, all the things that I wanted to move in this next chapter. I wanted to okay, my career as it was, yes, hard and difficult. I don't want it to be hard and difficult. I want to be more inviting. I want to be more warm. I want people to see the grace that is behind this woman who does not look like what she's been through. All right. And I thank God for that every single day. So, what do we got here? Chanela says, I am a tall and small girl, so I come off as very model-esque. So, what I wore caught attention, and I want to make sure that attention is always positive. Absolutely. You want positive attention. If you're going to go on this journey like I have been on, you want it to be positive, right? You want people to invite you in. You want people to say, I want her here in this space because she adds value. That's what you want. That's what I want every single time. So I am very intentional about the selection of my clothes. I just don't buy pink clothes. All right. There's something more to this. And I want to share with you a little bit more context around it. When I go out and I'm looking and I'm building my wardrobe, because perception is reality, and the perception is about based on what they see, and whoever, wherever you're at, they see, they hear, and they feel. But when I select clothing, here are the things that I think about. Number one, is it classy? First and foremost, is it classy? All right. Because I want to project a certain persona. The Slay Queen is my persona. Slay Queen for me means that I do it with elegance. All right. I don't just put on clothes and I'm like tucking and pulling and trying to, hide the things, if you will. All right. It has to be classy. Number two, it has to be functional. What do I mean by functional? It means, again, I'm not worried about what's happening and my clothes are moving and I've got to pull and I've got to adjust and I've got to do all these things. My shoes, the shoes that I wear, and y'all have seen them, they are specifically the shoes that I look at when I buy my clothes because I want them to match. The shoes I can wear all night. I do not wear any shoes because I've been there, y'all. Okay. I don't wear shoes that hurt my feet. Usually, when I go to an event, it's probably like 4 or 5 hours. The last thing that I want to be thinking about is my feet because when I'm speaking or if I'm meeting new people, I want to be fully present and fully engaged. Right? So we need to think about what are we putting on and how do we want to present ourselves? Right? So let's see here. I'm in my wardrobe elevation phase and still removing clothes that are no longer aligned. See, this is part of the journey. When we start to see the things that really don't give us the energy, they don't, present us in the light that we want others to see us in, we got to do something about it. We can't just sit there and go, "Oh my gosh, I wish I had, a certain outfit or a certain shirt, top or whatever to wear to wherever you're trying to go." Right? We are our own walk and billboard of our success, and our wardrobe is basically the words, "We must look good." Yes. Okay. People are visual. We are living in a digital age. And so when you are posting and putting pictures out there or whatever, I don't ever want to look at something and go, "You know what, Rochelle, you should have wore something else. That wasn't really how you wanted to present yourself." Y'all, I had worn black. Black was like the color, if you will. And I remember my girlfriend, one of my girlfriends when I was still serving, she's like, "Girl, is that the only color you got in there?" And I was like, "It seems like it." And now I try to avoid black at all costs. Now, there are some outfits that I have worn and it's a black, like jumpsuit, and I have a pink jacket over or whatnot, but I really try to stay away from the black because it does not give me the life that pink does for me. All right. So, like I said, it's classy for me, it's functional. I'm not pulling and tugging, and it's bold. I saw that there was like bold patterns, the geometric patterns, the print. I love that type of look. So when I'm going around in the store, I don't waste my time just looking at anything, y'all. I've cut down my time considerably because I know what I'm looking for. I know the shade that I'm looking for. I know what piece I'm looking for, either top, bottom, jacket, blazer, whatever the case may be. I do an inventory in my closet before I go out shopping because I don't want to buy the same old thing over and over again. All right. And then I take out clothes as I'm shopping because If I continue to buy clothes and I'm not taking out the older clothes as to the clothes that are, again, like not where I am, like where I'm moving into. And that's the other thing. We should be dressing for where we want to go, not where we're at right now, but where we want to go. If we are looking to be in different rooms, if we're looking to be on stages, if we're looking to get promoted, whatnot, look at the people that are in those slots, roles, positions, or whatnot, and ask yourself, am I there? The intentionality talking about clothes and shoes is juicy. So sometimes I don't think about how long I can be in my shoes. Yes. And as we have matured, and I wouldn't say we're getting older because I mean we are, but we're not. You know what I mean? We know better. I know what shoes I got in there that I will not even dare to put on because I know as soon as I walk out into the building, they're already hurting. And that's not where I want to be anymore. All right. That could be for the younger girls. The young girls, and they like to have those high heel shoes. But what I see is when they take them off and then we're walking on the floor. That's not classy for me. All right. That's not my MO. So I have learned more and more and more. If I'm going to go and I'm dancing, I have sandals on, but they are not just sandals. They got a lot of bling on them because that's what I like. Okay. But when we know better, because perception is the difference between someone viewing you as confident, high value leader versus just another professional in the room. And I realized at that event, I can dress up in a pink dress and still be a leader. All right. I have known that for quite some time, but really the aha moment clicked on for me because I done it in such a way that it's shaping everything that I do. It is shaping my appearance, all right? My body language. My body language is different when I dress up in a certain way. Like right now, my body language is different than when if I was wearing just black. Okay, y'all wouldn't get this personality. It would be like down and out and be like, okay, we just here. No, no, no. We are alive. And we need to showcase that. We need to bring more light into the world because of the darkness is going on right now, right? It allows me to communicate in such a way. I start using my hands a lot more when I'm in this color because I have so much to say. And words are just flowing out of my mouth in such a way where I'm like landing them. And I feel like it's what I was supposed to be doing. All right. And also my energy is off the chain. Okay. I feel more power. I feel more confidence. I feel more ambitious because I don't have anyone or anything holding me down from doing what I want to do and to pursue. But what I'm doing is being very intentional about dressing boldly in my brand to accelerate my success. And when I say this, I have gone to certain places throughout the community and where people will just say, hey, Slay Queen. And I don't know them. All right. They're starting to notice me because I have shown up in the pink and I continue to be more visible on social media, in persons. All right. Because you need all these combinations to really build the brand. Good morning, Tish. How you doing, Queen? And welcome to the Rise and Slay Morning Show. You know we getting it in, and we're talking about dressing boldly in our brand to accelerate success. So hopefully you're doing well. But what I know is that our visual presence is a storyteller. It's a silent storyteller. And before we even utter a word, okay, our outfits, our postures, our confidence is making an impression. What do you want that impression to be? Do you want it to be good and favorable and positive? Or do you want it to be negative, dismissive? All right, you've got to decide what it is that you are doing. But I believe that as people are visual, you know, creatures, if you will, human beings, and we see what we see, we got to be sending the right message. We can't be having mixed messages going on. And once you start to brand, you don't go back. That's my opinion. All right. We're not going back. Once we decide, hey, this is the how we're going to take this approach, it's the consistency. All right. So I was going back and forth. I was wearing pink every now and again. And then I would start to wear like, yellows and purples. I was kind of going around and trying to figure it out. But once I started to wear the pink on a regular basis, everything that I'm doing is in alignment. I don't have to like go in my closet and try to pick out outfits and try to like match things up. Everything is matching. And I have mixed combos. All right. I can just, if I wear a blazer, a pink blazer, I can wear it the next week with a different top underneath it. I mean, this is how our wardrobe should be for us. They should work for us. We shouldn't be going to the mall all day, every day and shopping. I shop in my closet. All right. I shopped in my closet this morning. I didn't buy anything. This is what we do. Okay. So, but we have to be intentional because our appearance is a business decision. Okay. I'm going to say that again. Our appearance is a business decision. Think about the most influential, powerful people in the world. Think about it. Do they just throw something on? No, no, they don't just throw something on. I know, right? That's the I do too. That's what I'm like. We're gonna talk about this today. Okay. They don't just throw something on. All right. They they really think about how they're going to create their image. They're thinking about understanding and knowing that perception dictates opportunity. The main reasons why I do what I do is because when I'm in the room, and we'll just whatever room that is, I know that that's an opportunity. But what other opportunities exist in the room? And sometimes people will like, you know what? I know and I remember what she said because I remember what she was wearing. And so we had to look at it as a business decision. Our outfits aren't just fabric. They're just not, like pieces of threads woven together that you just throw on. It's marketing. Okay. So I market all day, every day. All right. And people are like, okay, it's just not personal for me. It's intentional, very intentional. And it's an investment in our success. Are you investing in your success? One of the things that you can do, this is a tool. This is not the all be all because you do need to be speaking well. You do need to be carrying yourself well. You do need to know what you're talking about. All right. You need to have the knowledge and the expertise. This is just an additional tool that I know that has brought a lot more opportunities to my door than ever before because I'm different. I show up differently. I'm not looking to anybody else. I'm creating my own blueprint and I understand the psychological effects of what I'm doing. And I'm absolutely in my element, y'all. I can do this all day. I can wear pink until God calls me to glory. All right. And everybody will be like, you know what? We know what color she wants. They're not going to have no problems figuring that out. And they're going to describe how I have been presenting myself after retiring from a long career in the military. All right. So Tish has a question here, and Tish says, what is your advice for a multi passionate entrepreneur with more than one brand? Well, You know, I know that we are all multi-passionate. We have a lot of interest. We want to do this and that. But what I know from my experience, my journey, is that I focused on one thing. I'm um I'm all I'm talking about is personal branding. That's all I'm talking about. All right. And I talk through it knowing that there's a holistic approach to it. But what is the one thing that you can put out in front, and all the other things are in the background? Yeah, you have that too. But you need to, do some exploration, maybe do an assessment, do an audit of what it is. All right. What brand do you want to present? And I would say just the one brand. Okay, Tish. Um, so Leslie says, our appearance is a business decision. So true. Look at the beautiful women on the red carpet on Sunday at the Oscars. Let me tell you something, Queen. Let me tell you something. When the Queen showed up on the Oscars, I was like, wow, wow. They knew what time it was. Okay. They're exposed to millions and millions and millions of people. They knew exactly the image that they wanted to portray, and they got there. So, what is it that you want to do? Just think about you having an Oscar moment. What does that look? All right. And I'm not talking about you got to spend thousands and thousands of dollars, because I don't. I just know what I like. And that's what I'm choosing over the things that are just there, that are really not going to send the message that I'm trying to portray. So that's great. And you said personal branding, I feel, goes across all brands. It does. It really, truly does. And that's why everyone has a brand. But what is your brand? How can you exploit that to more? Okay. Being more bold about it. Knowing that, maybe people will be like, oh, well, that's the only color she knows. Yes, that's the only color that I got. That's a color I selected. But it's your blueprint. It's the way that you want to show up, right? So you want to be seen as a leader. So you got to dress like the powerhouse that you are. Um, you want to be unforgettable, which I know a lot of people do. They're like, how do I get people to remember me? You got to develop your own signature style. All right. The best brands have recognizable aesthetics. The best brands, okay, have recognizable aesthetics, and you should too. So whether it's a bold color, you got a blazer that you really, really like, or statement accessories, which I love accessories, because accessories, you can have a plain colored top or blazer or shirt or whatnot, and you can dress it up with some really bold accessories. And those are conversation starters. I'm just, like, that's another secret. Okay. You want people to come up to you and ask you questions about what you got going on. And that can lead into another level of conversation, because personal branding is both a state of mind and a state of being. The more confident you are, the more conversations will come, the more opportunities will come. Um, People will see you doing it, and the more you want to raise your hand. Okay, so Chevy said, Tish, I'm also multi-passionate, but I've decided to go all in on supporting STEM business owners with innovation, proposal writing, and submission. But I use a holistic approach where they get business and leadership development. That's exactly what I'm speaking to, Chevy. I absolutely love that you shared that and gave Tish another perspective, because it's so true. We have a lot going on, y'all. We do. And we can do a whole lot of different things, but we don't want to confuse people. And I was confusing people when I started out, because they're like, what exactly do you do? What is it that you add value to? What do I need to call you for? What do I need you for? you know? So we got to make sure that we also look at this dressing because it is an opportunity for us to accelerate our success. So your personal brand, your wardrobe, like, and creating a personal brand from that is a reflection of your brand message. It should scream, this is who I am. This is what I represent. And I'm here to make an impact. All right. So let's just get intentional, y'all. Let's get intentional about what we're doing. What colors make you feel unstoppable? Mine again is pink. Now, when I really want to feel unstoppable, it is a high, hot pink, fuchsia type pink. Okay. And I again wore this dress, which down the baseline for where I'm going to be, like on speaking engagements, but I have a suit too that I bought. It is like this hot pink, but it is like bold, 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 bold. And so think about the colors. They're not just aesthetic choices, they evoke emotions. What emotions are you trying to create for your audience so they can understand you a little bit more? What's your brand's power color? And I'm not talking about, okay, websites, logos, but hey, if you want to put it all together like I have, because I'm like, I'm all in. I love it. I'm all in. So it just matches up for me. What are your signature pieces? All right. Now, we know like Steve Jobs had his black turtleneck. All right. Simon from what's he got? America's Got Talent. He always wears a black t-shirt and so forth. Now, these are multi-millionaires, moguls or whatnot, right? And so they decided that that's what they're going to wear as their signature pieces. But when I look to see like some of my greatest examples or the people that I admire and respect, highly expect, especially for what choices that they decide to show up in as far as their wardrobe, is Michelle Obama. Okay. She is known for her power dresses. She is known for her coats. She's known for gloves. She's known for a lot of different things that she has worn. And I'm like, so what's my signature style that makes me stand out? That's what we need to be really thinking about. So we need to show up like we mean it. We got to show up like we mean it. I mean business. All right. So when I show up and people are like, oh, here she comes. I was walking to the event on Friday night. I was just, trying to get to the marketplace where they had this speaking engagement at. And I'm just, eyes forward. I got my glasses on. And Donnell Johns, who is the CEO and founder of Veterans Grow in America, he was like walking straight to me. Y'all, I was just like minding my own. I was just going forward. And he just beeline to me. He said, hey, I saw you a mile away. I was like, yes. Okay. Because I mean it. We're not dressing for today. We're dressing for the doors we want to be open, the rooms we want to own, and the opportunities that we want to attract. So when you step into a space as your highest, most unapologetic, most slaying self, people don't just see you, they remember you, they respect you, they believe in you before you even open your mouth because you've been consistent and they're expecting that you show up like that, right? So here's my challenge for all of us, okay? And I'm including myself in this conversation, all right? Audit your wardrobe, all right? Let's get in these closet. Does it match the message that you want to send? Does it? Okay, that is the question. What is your signature style? That's the next question. What's going to make you unforgettable? All right. And then showing up. You need to show up today as the leader, the powerhouse, the trailblazer that you're meant to be. Because when you're in this space, that's what you're looking to do. You're looking to be a trailblazer. You're looking to be, a community staple. You're looking to be influential. This is how we can use this tool. So this, again, This has all been included in my Brand Boldly program. So I created a signature program, and personal styling is one of the sessions that we talk about in depth. We talk about colors, we talk about styles, we talk about the characteristics of your wardrobe. All right. Because in business and in leadership and high stake opportunities, we don't have time to be convincing people. Okay. We don't have time to be convincing people. So we need our presence to do the talking for us. We need our presence to be doing the talking for us. So I do this and I solve these problems, all right, because these wardrobes aren't just clothes. And I know when we start talking about, clothes and so forth, people are just like, that's, you're being so superficial. It's not, I just going to put on something. I said, well, you know what happens when people will just put on something and then they see me, and I'm not trying to be, like mean or anything like that. I'm just telling you, this is what conversations I have with other women. When they see me, you know what they say? Why am I wearing what I have on? I should have picked the outfit that I wanted to go with the first time. I had a really great necklace or a great purse and I didn't wear it. Wow, I should have done that. I get a lot of I shoulds. I should have did this. I should have did this. You making me do better. All right, I'm really going to be put some more thought into it. When I go to any event, it doesn't matter big, small, or in the middle. I'm looking at what I am wearing, and it's a lifestyle. So every piece of clothing that I select is based on the lifestyle that I have right now. What is my lifestyle? You can find me on the basketball courts, okay, with AJ as he is playing basketball and going to practice. I have a certain, pieces that I wear when he's there, but it's all in branding. Okay. When I go shopping, okay, at the mall, there's another level of clothes I have again, because yes, I'm in the mall and yes, I may be looking for something, but guess what? I'm still representing. I am a certified image consultant, so I understand that I need to step to that. Because when somebody says, hey, well, what do you do? I can share with them, hey, I'm in here looking for clothes, because I, put clothes together for my clients. They want you to see that you're looking the part. All right. When I go on stages, much different. The elevation is higher. All right. So, what is your lifestyle? And so, in the Brand Boldly program, we talk about um, the authentic brand messaging and the visible strategy, which is looking the part, right? Is the one piece, but we got to be owning our voice and showing up boldly. That is another piece to the program. So we got to redefine and redo maybe our brand message. What does our LinkedIn presence look like? What does our networking strategy look like? And make sure that we're consistently positioned as a thought leaders, because I know a lot of us are on social medias and we're sharing our thoughts and we are considered thought leaders. And also, I'm squelching, okay? I'm starving doubt and imposter syndrome. All right. Because these two things will kill your brand faster than anything that I ever know. Okay. They're going to kill the brand. If you don't have the confidence and you are sitting there and having all these disempowering thoughts, because I talked through that at the last show on the Slate of Success show on Sunday night, we're just not going to be like where we want to be and kind of show up in that presence. We're going to be working on eliminating these limiting beliefs so we can step into any room and know that we belong at the table. So it's not about blending in. All right. I'm not a fan of just blending in. I can look at the dress code, right? I look at the dress code. If it does not specifically say wear black, because there's some events that say, hey, we just want you to wear black, then guess what? It's a no-brainer to me. I wear pink. All right. But I'm gonna figure out like what exactly does it call for. All right. So it's about making sure we stand out in the best way possible. We deserve to be seen, we deserve to be respected and positioned for the highest level opportunities. All right. So that's what I wanted to talk to you all about today. All right. Is we need to think about, all right, how dressing boldly is not only to accelerate our success, whether in your business, whether our career, whatever life opportunities that we're seeking, it's a non-negotiable strategy. That's in my world, that's what it is. It's a non-negotiable strategy. It's a business decision. It's where we can definitely put our money where our mouth is, because a lot of times when people are looking to see who they're going to bring in, they want to know what they're going to get. All right. So this is a way for us to stop confusing folks. All right. And then attract the right opportunities that are in alignment with what we're trying to do. All right. So I don't get a whole bunch of offs like requests to come in and do, a speaking event for an organization that doesn't understand what I do. They can go look me up, Google me, find out. Like they're going to see all the pink and they're going to like, yep, she's probably going to wear pink. Yep, probably. And what is she going to be talking about? Well, she's going to probably be talking about personal branding. Yep. So, these are the things that we can start to do to make sure that our perception, all right, is about how people see us. How do they interpret us? How do they experience us? All right. It's not about what you say about yourself per se, it's what others believe about you based on what they see, what they hear, and what they feel. All right. And the solution that I've came up with is a brand boldly program. All right, y'all. So let me see. We got personal branding involves wardrobe. Yes. 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 Yes, Queen. That's what I'm talking about. It involves our wardrobe. All right. It's not only what we're saying and what we're doing, but it's also what we're wearing. Okay. And Chevy says, great insights, Queen. You're welcome. And thank you for being here. So, Queens, I'm going to get on out of here. And I just want to thank Leslie, Chevy, Sharice, Shanilla, LinkedIn user, not quite sure who that is, Latresa, and Tish. And who else is here? Yes. Thank you, ladies, for being here. And as always, okay, you're welcome. And thank you. I appreciate you. I'm just, giving us a little bit of things to think about. And I want us to all win. All I want to see is us winning for whatever that is that we're trying to get after. All right. And so we had Norma. Hey, Norma, how are you? Thank you so much, Queen, for being here. And thank you for the feedback. I appreciate you. All right. So please make sure that you take care of yourself. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of, mayhem, chaos, and confusion. I'm praying and hoping that, everybody is doing as best as you possibly can through this situation. But I want you to just keep on slaying, okay? Keep on slaying until you can't slay no more. Okay? All right, ladies. I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.